How you doing, big girl? Oh, right, I've got my t-shirt on. McLovin. If you're too young to know who McLovin is, then you can bugger off. No, something's gone on over there. I reckon my hard disk drive's gone into snoozy mode. Okay. Oh, bloody hell, people. Hello, people. How are you? I'm just tinkering in Houdini. Okay, so I can't answer any questions on this because I don't know. Okay, this is all new to me for a start, but I'll do my bestest. Okay, so I've made a new level. Now this will blow your minds, by the way, if you've never seen Houdini work inside of Unreal Engine, because I know it's like totally astounding me as well. I just need to find my documentation. Believe it or not, I actually have some. Okay, so import. I'm going to import my HDA file, which is here. Okay, so that's my Houdini HDA file. Now I'm going to increase the scale. Actually, no, I'll just increase how much floor I've got. So I've got this on 100, and I'm just going to build myself a little floor because obviously the building will take up some space. Probably more than I'm going to make as well, because, you know, procedural means we can get pretty funky on this. Okay, Control S, and I'm going to call this my workbench, because I always call these workbenches. Okay, always. Incidentally, if you're in the audience, Rick, hello. Right, let's turn it on to live scene. There we go. So, okay, so all I've done is I've duplicated the floor and I've bought in my Houdini asset, my building maker. So I'm going to Control and S just to save that, because this did crash before. Okay, now here's what it does. So I'm going to take my building maker and I'm just going to drop it here. And all sorts of stuff will happen down here, because it basically starts Houdini in the background. There. And it creates this building-y thing. So that's cool. I like that. Now, the thing is, this is procedural, as it says, so I'm going to be able to go and do other stuff with it. But I'm going to work my way through the manual, so you can see what it's like watching me learn how to do stuff. Right, so in Content Browser, import. Now, for some reason, the materials aren't linked to this, which I'm not sure about. Let's have a look. I'm not sure why these aren't actually linked to it. I'll come in. World grid material, it says here. My world grid material is, yeah. I thought as much. This is my base material that comes with everything. So why has it applied world base material to this rather than, I'll assume, whatever's supposed to be applied to it? I might need to re-import it, to be honest. I'll have a look. But for the minute, I'm just going to muck around with it. So, let's see. Houdini engine, temp, geometry, meshes, materials. Yeah, this is the materials that come with everything, I think. See if that made any difference to whatever this is. No, it did not. This is all about distance fields and stuff. Build blocks, build blocks, build blocks, build blocks, build blocks, build blocks. So these are all material instances. If I go in here, go with parent. He doesn't have a parent. Okay, why do we not have parents with any of these? Okay, so I'm going to assume all of the basic shit to do with materials is a bit buggered at the moment. Not to worry, not to worry. It still means I can do this. So I'm going to come out here and have a look at my Houdini things. I'll fix this when I do it the next one. So if I click on this, there's my curve node, just there. So, okay, I've got my clip to 100 on, so I'm going to hold Alt and just start jacking. Now, can it manage a diagonal? I'm curious. Sort of. Now I'm going to hold Alt and drag back to here. And then what I can do is just Alt and drag over to there. And that should give me a closed shape. Yeah, it has. So now I have my first floor closed shape. Right, start editing the generated curve. Yes, in Details panel, Houdini parameters, start customize your building. Well, can't go wrong with that, can I? Okay, so let's have a look over here. This must be what it's referring to. Interestingly, it's pulled out. Yeah, this is all static. So, Houdini parameters. There's my curve. Floors tab. Isolate a floor. Check on this to only show one floor group at a time. That's useful. So floors. Let's see. So I can increase how many floors I've got. Let's say 3 floors. And that gives us this little beauty here. Hello, remote control. Now then, under floors, let's say I want to isolate a floor set. Let's see if it doesn't crash, because it did crash when I did this last time. Nope, it still seems to be going okay. Okay, so let me see, 3. I've isolated floor 3. I'm going to take this back to whatever its default was, 1. Okay, so let's put 2 floors on this, just to keep it as simple as possible. And then floor group count, folder 3. Okay, so floor set is 1. Okay, so now I'm working just on this floor set. Now, let me see. I do have some options in this. Let me just see if I can access them. Repeat floor, offset, and clamp base curve. Let's see if what happens when I clamp my base curve. Interesting. So it's coming out further than the floor below it if I clamp my base curve. Okay, I'll change that back to what it was. Now then, for walls. Wall settings, I'll adjust my seed. And my Windows rate I will increase. Next I will go to my wall set, and under my wall set I will change it to set 2. Nice, and then my variant to ceramic blue, whatever that is. Okay, next, doors. Do I have any doors? Show door IDs, door counts, don't want any doors. Cornices. Cornice height, nice. So I can adjust the height of my cornice. Whoa. That increased that rather a lot, didn't it? And I think I'm going to stop isolating the walls now. So isolate a floor set off. This is the sort of thing that'd be great on multiple, what do you call it? Multiple monitors. You can't rush with this tool either. It's like clunk, clunk, clunk. Whoa. Oh, I see. I've created 41 floors. That's rather a lot, isn't it? I don't want 41 floors. I want 2 floors. Because until I get the hang of using this, there's not really much point in doing anything complicated. There we are. Now then, let's have a look. Right, so this is the controls for offsetting our floor. So that's the position. And this is the clamp. You can change the base clamp and so forth up here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the entire lot. Ooh, no, don't want to do it that way. So, actually I'm not going to get rid of the entire lot because I haven't worked out how to get rid of everything yet. I'm going to reduce my base clamp curve. Come up here to cornices. I've been having a look at these cornices. Cornice start and end. Normalize positions on buildings surrounding where the cornice extension starts and ends. I just want to kind of get a rough idea of how this works, you see, so by tinkering, that's what I'm doing. And it crashed. I had a feeling it would crash because I was doing quite a lot of stuff there. I'm going to keep it as a single floor this time and just look at how the floor interacts. So, there's my workbench. I'm going to make some dinner soon as well. And here's my building maker. Like I say, I've never actually worked with Houdini before. I've wanted to, and so it's quite a pleasant thing for me doing this. I'm enjoying it. It's just, you know, strange, basically. Okay, let's move that to there, and then I've got a very simple floor. Right. Let me see. So, over here, rebuild the selected asset. Its source is re-imported and updated. The asset's nodes are destroyed and recreated, and it's forced to recook. This recooks the asset, and that resets its parameters. And I've got a temporary folder just here. I can bake my actor and its components to native Unreal actors and components. That'll be useful. What else have I got here? Fetch my cook log and asset help. Okay, so let's go down to here. I'm going to reduce the size of my little place. So, curve input. Well. Blocked. Spam bot. Close. There we go, and sorry about this, I'm just deleting some chat from my chat room that is spam. Right, I wouldn't recommend clicking on spam, by the way, if it appears. Anyway, where was I? So I'm clicking on this and I'm having a look at the various actors. So here we are, floors. So I'm on my first floor, floor group count 1. My base, I don't want to repeat the floor, I don't want to offset it. Clamp base curve, I don't want to do that, I just want to mess around with what I've got. Ground, no ground, pillars. No pillars or pillars? Let's have pillars. Nice. Pillar offset. 1. 5. Interestingly, unless it's 0, doesn't appear. Now expand covering. See if that does anything. So 5. I've got a suspicion no, not unless I've got a floor over the top then, so I'll put that back to 0. Pillar set. So I've got a set. Oh, that's rather pretty, isn't it? I like that. I've given this some thought, which is good. And I can change the materials if I wanted to, which is cool. Okay, extensions. Ground, extra pivot, no. Right, so back to on grounds, floors. So that's the pillar set. Next, fences. No fences? Wrong. See what this does. Oh, look at that. That is nice. I like that a lot. Okay, and I can offset my fence if I want to. So probably wouldn't offset it that much, but maybe 0.25. So it's on the inside of there, which I rather like. I can then change my fence set. Ooh. I've got variance as well, and overrides. Nice. Cornices. I can turn off my cornices, but I'm going to keep them on because I like a good cornice. I can change the height of my cornice. So that offsets how high up it is or how unhigh it is. Nice. A lot of control in this, which I really appreciate. Okay, next. Do it with the ID shift, cornice extrude. Let's see, 0.1 meters. And I think that'll bring it out a tiny bit. Oh, it's just wanting a solid value. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, yep, I like that. Okay, next, walls. So under doors, let's have some doors, and I'm going to make a few doors. There we are. 13's a lot. I've just made 13 doors. I didn't think I really needed that many. So I'm going to make 3 doors. There we are. I can show my door ID gizmos. And it's crashed. See what I mean? It does that a lot. Getting there though. Definitely getting there. Okay. I love this kind of exploration kind of stuff. Just having a good old dig around in it and seeing what we can do. Okay, so on the floors, I had just worked on a cornice, I believe. And for my cornice, I'd extruded it by an extra 1. There we go. Giving it a cornice height of 0.5 meters. I'd stuck some fences on and chose my fence set. And the pillars, I put pillars on. I can offset my pillars if I wanted to. There we go. I think I'll offset them, but not that much. So just a little bit. Expand covering. The setting will growth zone where pillows can be instanced. Interesting. Okay. Doesn't change much at the minute, but I presume it will eventually. Okay, I can use on corners only, or just anywhere I want. That's kind of nice. They've got little question marks on. stick it on corners only for the moment. Right, next, cornices, I've changed those. Walls. So I can make it so there's no walls. I can also change how much our wall is extruded. And our windows rate. At the minute there is no windows. Yeah, so there'll be a window on each flat tile usually, however there's too much going on for it to actually do that. Okay, now what I want to do is expand this so I can see what it looks like. So there's my handle, just there. I'm just going to bring this over to there. Right, so we can see now that it is putting windows in, which is cool. Okay, next. Under wall set, I'll have set 6x4. I'll just keep them as they are. For doors, I'll have one door. Don't know where to put it. And no wall mesh overrides. Okay. Extensions. Show IDs. On walls, show IDs. Okay, so next I can add another floor. There we go. So now we've got a floor ID count 2. Now then I can isolate a floor set if I wish to. I'm not going to. And I can cook this as an actual asset. So let's do a bake. And there it is. That is our actual asset and its various parts thereof that are now all static meshes or whatever. Rather lovely. Kind of see how it grouped it and everything, which is good. If I hit play, let's bring this over here. Collision generation is pretty good. We have some DOFs going on, which is why it's doing that thing over there. Nice. Okay, so next I have to work out how to fix up the materials, because the materials are the issue for me. So I think what I'll do is I'll just ask the developer, because, you know, why the hell not? So I shall see you all later. That was a fun little tinker, wasn't it?